After his re-election, Donald Trump is gradually finalizing personnel for his future administration, which will take office on January 20th, 2025. A common characteristic of most nominees in this new administration is their youth and steadfast commitment to Trump's America First policy. Marco Rubio. Position nominated, Secretary of State. If confirmed, Marco Rubio, 53, a senator from Florida, would become the first Latino to serve as U.S. Secretary of State. President-elect Trump praised Rubio as a respected leader, a powerful voice, a strong advocate for America, a true friend to our allies, and a courageous fighter who will never back down from adversaries. Pete Hegseth. Position nominated, Secretary of Defense. President-elect Trump described Hegseth as tough, smart, and a true believer in the America First policy. Trump stated that Hegseth would make America's adversaries think twice. Pete Hegseth, 44, is a Fox News host and a U.S. Army veteran who served in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Guantanamo Bay. He holds degrees from Princeton and Harvard. Pam Bondi. Position nominated, Attorney General. Former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, 59, served as Florida's top law enforcement official from 2011 to 2019. She also worked for the Drug Abuse Prevention Commission during Trump's first term. President-elect Trump lauded her as intelligent, tough, and focused on combating crime and ensuring America's safety. Robert F. Kennedy. Position nominated, Secretary of Health and Human Services. President-elect Trump stated that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., nephew of the late President John F. Kennedy, would protect Americans from toxic chemicals, pollutants, pesticides, pharmaceuticals, and food additives that have caused a health crisis. At 70, Kennedy would oversee the Affordable Care Act, Medicare, and Medicaid programs, and participate in potential Republican-led Medicaid reforms. Doug Burgum. Position nominated, Secretary of the Interior. Trump believes that Doug Burgum, governor of North Dakota, is well suited for the role of Interior Secretary. Burgum, 68, has a strong business background and has been a familiar face in Trump's campaign, advising on energy policies. Sean Duffy. Position nominated, Secretary of Transportation. Trump announced that former Wisconsin Congressman Sean Duffy would prioritize excellence, competitiveness, and aesthetics in rebuilding America's highways, tunnels, bridges, and airports, ensuring the nation's ports and dams support the economy without compromising national security. Sean Duffy, 53, is a former attorney and Fox News host. Kristi Noem. Position nominated, Secretary of Homeland Security. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, a loyal Trump ally, will oversee border security, immigration, disaster response, and the U.S. Secret Service in her role. At 52, Noem was once considered a potential vice presidential candidate and is expected to implement mass deportation policies promised by Trump. Chris Wright. Position nominated, Secretary of Energy. Chris Wright, founder and CEO of Liberty Energy, is expected to support Trump's plan to maximize oil and gas production and enhance electricity generation to meet increasing demand. Tulsi Gabbard. Position nominated, Director of National Intelligence. Tulsi Gabbard, 43, is a former Democratic congresswoman and U.S. Army veteran who ran for president in 2020. She left the Democratic Party in 2022 and supported Trump's 2024 campaign. Trump praised her for fighting for America and the freedom of all Americans. John Ratcliffe. Position nominated, Director of the CIA. John Ratcliffe, a Texas conservative, served as Director of National Intelligence from 2020 to 2021 under Trump's first term. At 59, he is a close ally of Trump and co-chair of the Center for American Security at the America First Policy Institute. Howard Lutnick. Position nominated, Secretary of Commerce. Howard Lutnick, CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald and co-chair of Trump's transition team, is a vocal supporter of Trump's economic policies, including tariffs. Trump stated Lutnick would lead the U.S. trade and tariff agenda alongside the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative. Doug Collins. Position nominated, Secretary of Veterans Affairs. Doug Collins, a former congressman, Iraq War veteran, and lawyer, vowed to tirelessly streamline regulations, eliminate corruption, and ensure all veterans receive their rightful benefits after being nominated. Elise Stefanik. Position nominated, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. Harvard graduate and Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, 40, is known for her strong stance on Iran and support for Israel's responses to Hamas attacks. Trump commended her as a fierce, brilliant, and tough America First warrior. Scott Bessent. Position nominated, Secretary of the Treasury. Trump described Scott Bessent, 62, as one of the world's foremost investors and geopolitical and economic strategists. As the 79th Treasury Secretary, Bessent will oversee the world's largest economy. Jamieson Greer. Position nominated, U.S. Trade Representative. Jamieson Greer, 44, an international trade lawyer and former Chief of Staff to U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer, will focus on reducing trade deficits, expanding export markets, and other goals if confirmed. Brooke Rollins. Position nominated, Secretary of Agriculture. Brooke Rollins will lead the Department of Agriculture, impacting Americans' diets and finances nationwide. At 52, Rollins is tasked with advocating for American farmers as the backbone of the nation. Linda McMahon. Position nominated, Secretary of Education. Linda McMahon, 76, co-founder of WWE and former Small Business Administration Chief, will use her extensive leadership and educational knowledge to improve the quality of American education. Scott Turner. Position nominated, Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Scott Turner, 52, a former professional football player and Texas state legislator, will manage the federal agency addressing housing issues during a time of growing concern for Americans.